National Player of the Year. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, stop it. You keep gassing me up. Actually, don't stop it. Keep fluffing me. I like it. Shouldn't we be talking about the matchup on the court tonight? Let's see what's going on.
Jay, you have to own it. These 10 players on the floor about to do so as well. Harden goes to the right side to Harden. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Lays it up and in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Russ at the controls. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And he finishes at the rim. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Capella down low. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
George picked up by Westbrook. Here's a chance from long range. Paul George, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He made his first effort, but not that time. Westbrook with it. Down 5. Fires the 3. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Substitution being made in this one.
For Houston, number 1, Iman Shumpert.
Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. Gets it in the left corner to Westbrook. Tucker. Bad pass there. Clippers have it to Paul George. Paul George looking good. 4 for 5.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Westbrook over to the right side. To George. Strong finish for Paul George. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Paul George. Leonard. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 4. Good start. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Deep right corner. George, wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
To Beverly. Leonard. No good. It's Westbrook with the board. Gets it in the right corner. The drive, right to the basket. Paul George with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall. That ends the first quarter. The Clippers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Beverly. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Harden. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Short jumper won't go down. No good, and no foul.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
We get a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Fans, you notice the red donation boxes located around the concourse. We're accepting non-perishable food items for the homeless in our community.
Harden to Gerald Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
George. That no good. Off the mark. For three. Knocks it down.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
He gets it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. It stays with Houston. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Harden to P.J. Tucker. Harden to Rivers. Shot by Shumpert off the mark. The pass taken away by the Clippers. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Looking for his man. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Patrick Beverly. Tucker. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And look out. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And Kawhi Leonard buries the three. Harden. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Leonard. And count the basket.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Leonard. Not going down here to Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Service desk located near section 104. Substitutions, Houston.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 of 4 now.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Leonard. Not that time. He misses. Fareed to Harden. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Russell Westbrook. Big finish at the rim. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
To Beverly. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. And stuffs it home.
Used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Leonard. It's Fareed with the rebound. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. Won't go down. Clint Capella. 3 for 3 in this first half.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Lets it fly from long range. Buries the trifecta. Harden to Westbrook. From the painted area, won't go down. Fareed to Harden. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. It's the Clippers with the possession now. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game. Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head. Capella, knocked loose. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him. Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm. Paul George pins it. Just incredible timing on that swat. Now ready to shoot at the line. I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe. Paul George, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. 2 for 2 on that trip. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys down big, leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Oh, Russell Westbrook, 4 out of 7.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Short jumper, won't fall. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. Westbrook. Goes to the right side. Westbrook. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
Almost, but no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Changes coming from both sides right now. And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Could not throw it down. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Westbrook. To Capella. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Westbrook with the basketball. Down a bundle. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. A big finish at the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
It's Westbrook. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Hits all 3 free throws. Harden in possession. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. To Westbrook. xJermisoGreen. Huge block. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Doesn't have the touch. No good. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket. Kawhi Leonard, Harden's on him. 3 quarters down. It's been all Clippers so far. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the 4th quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Lou Williams. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Oh, emphatic slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Williams. Lou Williams. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. And now Houston has the basketball. Flushes it home.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And scores. Strong take.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. Second one's good. Splits the pair.
I got ball. This is all me.
George, defended by Tucker. Fires the 3, and he buries it.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
George, he was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Williams across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead to Harkless. The rebound belongs to Houston. Westbrook into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Harden. George. He engulfed him that time. To Westbrook. Great dish to set it up. Cruises inside for 2.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Westbrook. To Harden. Clippers have got it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Defense snuffed it out. Harkless off the mark. Westbrook to Harden. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Leonard. The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Eric Gordon. From long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Westbrook knocked loose. Clippers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Turns and slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Fareed. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Backcourt. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 1, Iman Shumpert. Subbing in for Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
The jumper's off the mark. Westbrook. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.